Commissioner Stern joins us here on the Bobcats warm-up show, live from the Trey Street entrance, right inside the cable box. Time Warner Cable Arena. Fred Whitfield is with us as well, also in an unbelievable suit, and I'm here in my jeans and Bobcats polo. Commissioner Stern, this is a day. Hey, we're very proud of this day as folks that live here in Charlotte. You've got to be proud of it too.
I'm very proud. I think that the excitement around the team is not only about what's going on the court, but is what's going on in the community. It's the people suddenly realizing a lot of what has been done, Fred connecting the team to the community, our social responsibility, the corporate community seeing that this is a place that makes the community proud. So we couldn't be happier, and there's this other guy who's around us, his name Michael Jordan, who is committed to doing what has to be done to really make Charlotte one of the premier NBA cities.
He is, and I want everybody to know I don't care what Stan Van Gundy says about Michael and his altar. I don't care what he says. We are very happy he is the owner, and Fred Whitfield has known Michael for years, worked with him for years. He is in his Bobcats orange tie. I like that. And Fred, as a guy that is running the business side of things, or along with Michael, running this thing, how great is it to look around and see this atmosphere? People are out there tailgating. We had listeners bring us burgers in from tailgating. This atmosphere is insane, isn't it?
It's great. It really is what we've been working so hard to do, and really trying to connect to the community, really try to do great things with our players out in the community, to be able to touch some people that really need our help. And just to see the team perform on the court and have our Hall of Fame coach Larry Brown, have our guys playing the right way, let Charlotte for the first time in years see a playoff atmosphere, and to have Commissioner Stern here with us is a huge honor.
Wait a minute, since it is radio, I do want to say the following. Our host here has talked about his T-shirt and his jeans. He hasn't confessed to being totally unshaven. For the viewers, I want to draw a complete picture of what Fred and I are willingly subjecting ourselves to.
That's so nice of you to do it. And I want to come clean here, Commissioner Stern. I had some problems with the little one today. I've got a 9-month-old Aiden who's at home with my wife now, and she was getting her hair done. And I ran into a diaper change situation versus the shave. I swear.
By the way, I forgive you, because otherwise, if it weren't light here, Fred and I were afraid to come into this corner.
That is great stuff. Hey, let's talk a little bit about Michael as an owner of this team. And I make a joke about Stan Van Gundy. He said, hey, let's give credit to Larry Brown, the players. Michael hasn't been an owner enough. And I've defended Michael by saying if it wasn't for his presence, I don't know if Larry would be here, to be completely honest. You talk from a league perspective about how great it is to have Michael as an owner in the league. You get the first ever player, former player as an owner, and it's the greatest player.
By the way, the fact that he's a former player at this time, I told him that doesn't get him anything.
That's true. That's true.
This is about the suite holders feeling good. This is about the club seat holders being good. This is about the season ticket holders feeling good. This is about the entertainment experience in the arena. This is about the corporate sponsors feeling good. And he's way ahead of me on that. He is out there saying that we are first and foremost going to reconnect to this community, or really continue the connection that Fred has really been leading. And we're going to make Charlotte proud of us. And in order to compete, we've got to have a business here. And Michael is committed as a businessman and as a basketball person.
And he has success as a businessman. You can look at these T-shirts and that Jordan brand logo, and you're reminded of that. And Fred, I'll ask you, what impact has Michael had in the business community in terms of contacts? I know you guys had a banner year with corporate sponsorships. Season tickets are doing well.
Don't get carried away. You'd make him feel too good. It's not working, okay? No, that's not why I'm in town here, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's so, okay? It's better than getting poked in the eye with a sharp stick. That's the way you do it.
I just want to let you know, Commissioner, some of the things that were said before, Michael took ownership from us on this stage were not good. So I think you should let us say these nice things.
Well, but don't make them, don't make them stop, okay? Just keep dangling the carrot.
Keep doing what you're doing.
That's right. He is, and no one does it.
We still have a long way to go, and the commissioner really keeps it real with us, which I really appreciate and respect. But we do have a long way to go. But we are out in the community. Michael's been in the office every day. He's sitting in our staff meetings. He's energizing our sales team. As we talked, the commissioner and I talked about a little earlier, he's more engaged than we ever thought he'd be, and he's committed to it. He's buying a place here to live, and it's just enjoyable to see him roll up his sleeves and really be a part of what our team's growing.
And Fred makes it easy because Fred is an outstanding leader of this franchise and a member of this community. So there's a lot of good stuff going on. I don't want to.
Now you're making his head big.
I don't want to. That's it. But he still has sales targets to hit, so I don't want to get carried away.
Let me ask you this last question. I've read the internet this morning. I've read Phil Jackson and you going back and forth. This is a clash of the Titans, Commissioner Stern. I love this. And what you're saying is, and I understand it, you're saying that these coaches that come out findings not working when they criticize officiating here in the playoffs, he responds by saying it's gamesmanship. How do you respond to that?
And when I respond that that's right, it is gamesmanship. But at the end of the gamesmanship, as they try to get an edge, and by the way, in case you didn't know, there's no coach who wouldn't do almost anything for a W, especially a playoff.
Oh, you're right.
That in its totality at this time of year, it gives our fans who are not as tuned to it as we insiders are reason to believe that it's something other than gamesmanship. And that's where I feel I haven't done such a good job. Because it's okay if one coach tries to get a W, everyone does it, and then collectively they're being irresponsible with the protection of this great game. And that's what they have to understand.
So you will. That's not. I don't think you speak hollow words usually.
No, that's correct.
You will suspend. You're serious about suspending potentially.
Oh yeah, but I'm not looking to suspend, but I'm saying there'll probably be some more fines. But the reality is that we got this great game. We're having great basketball played in cities all over the country. It's being watched by the immediate world in 215 countries and territories in 41 languages. And let the players play, and let's follow them, and let's not have to have, whining, thinking that they're going to get an extra call a game from now. They should have their owners call me and yell at me about how they're unhappy with the officiating. I have no problem with that. Okay? In fact, it would be unique if they didn't. Okay? Because the conclusion amongst the owners is that what the league does is it sends out all of its officials specifically to disadvantage all 30 teams. Okay? And really, I live with that every day.
Now hold on, our owner Michael would never say anything about a ref.
He already has.
You know what? And if he didn't, I'd be disappointed.
Believe me. And he thinks he thinks just because he's a famous guy, maybe the most famous guy in the world.
I love it. I want him to work those refs.
Great to have him. And it's great to be here. Thank you.
Commissioner. A pleasure to talk to you. We appreciate it. Enjoy Charlotte.
I always do.
Thanks to Fred Whitfield.
Thank you very much.
These guys, very important to the NBA being here in Charlotte.